Hi everyone, it's me, hopefully skinny, back for my week 19 update. We'll start with the numbers and then we'll talk about some things that I think are kind of heavy and deep. We'll see. So my highest recorded weight was 557 pounds. July 24th, 2014, my surgery day, I weighed in at 366. Last week, November 27th, 2014, I weighed in at 380. This week, December 4th, 2014, I weighed in at 278 with a 2-pound loss. So yeah, 2 pounds lost. Oh, I forgot my total weight. Total weight loss is 257 pounds, and weight loss since surgery is 88 pounds. Okay, now we can go on. Uh, the 2 pounds lost, I'm totally okay with, and I kind of expected it. I'm actually surprised with the weight loss because I did lose a total of like 16 pounds the 2 weeks prior. That's a lot of weight to lose in 16 pounds, so I pretty much expected some type of plateau or some type of slowing down in weight just so that my body will catch up with it. So can't complain, still losing, not on a plateau, right? Yeah, so some things that I do need to address is I've been forgetting to eat my meals, and it's just I've been kind of busy. Sorry. And I'm forgetting to drink my water. Bad bariatric patient. Bad. But I am trying to concentrate on that now. Sorry about my appearance, and my voice might sound a little odd. I've been feeling kind of under the weather. Sorry, wrong term. Yes, I've been feeling under the weather. Um, so one of the things I wanted to talk about, I think it's really important to talk about, is ego versus vanity, um, and body issue. It all kind of comes together. And the body issue and the vanity comes from um, the weight loss and changing significantly. Um, so, what I mean by that is you are going to reach a point in your journey where you have drastically changed in appearance. For me, that was probably about last week when I just totally hit me that I look totally different than from January, that I'm a different person from 6 months ago. And it was kind of interesting because I feel like my body isn't mine anymore right now. And before, as far as dressing it, it didn't matter what I wore because it all looked bad. And now I have a variety of choices with clothing and shopping that I can find something that looks decent on me. And my best friend who's staying with me until January, she gets like the majority of the issue of reassurance that I need. It's, does this look okay? Does my belly show? Do I look too fat? Do I look skinny? And she's like, I hate the word skinny. No, you don't look skinny. You're not skinny. And I was like, oh, okay. What I really mean is, do these clothes fit me? And then there's times when I'm like, do I look pretty? Does my makeup look good? Does this, oh, so it is 100% about reassurance. And it's kind of heavy because for me, I felt like it was a drastic change last week. It was just something that I just kind of like all of a sudden like really like took stock in. And I think it was because I was fitting into 22s, and I came from a size 36. That's over 10 sizes difference. And it was kind of like it was kind of difficult because I'm not recognizing my body. And I don't know why I want to cry over that because I'm not a crier, but excuse me. It's scary when you don't recognize yourself. And it's all good changes. It's all happy changes. But it makes you relate differently to the people around you. And yeah, so I expect to feel that way and expect to have conflicting emotions because it is all good changes and you do look better and all this stuff. But it's kind of like a death, I guess, of the person that you were. And the person that I was, while she wasn't really happy for the most part, she was a good person and I liked her. And it's, in order for me to move on and to be a healthy person, I had to say goodbye to her. And that's really heavy And that happens, I'm sure it happens to a lot of people that have gone through this journey. And the body was the catalyst for me to see that. Sorry. um, so, yeah, so saying goodbye to, I mean, you kind of have to lay her to rest, and you have to let her go to move on and to be happy and healthy. And it's just sad it's just sad I can't take her with me. So as far as the vanity, it's going to happen. You're going to like what you see more. You're going to be more excited about clothes. It's also a sign that you have some insecurity going on too. And that's okay too, because that's what this journey is about. So I'm going to leave the vanity there. I mean, also, like, I noticed, like, relating to people is different, which is going to segue into this second thing I wanted to talk about. When I spoke to my friends before and we had conversations, it was a lot about their lives. So I did share my life too. The majority of it was listening to their lives and living vicariously through them, like, that kind of stuff. And now I'm more sharing parts of my life that are exciting. And they're not doing anything wrong. It's just changing the dynamic in the friendship, and it's a readjustment to that. So yeah, so reconnecting with my friends is something that I'm working on, and no one's done anything wrong. It's just I'm changing, and I'm changing at a fast rate that I think from week to week there's parts of me that die and parts of me that are reborn, and so it's keeping my friends during this change that I think might be challenging on my part, not necessarily on theirs, but relating to them and getting, I don't want to use the term training, but getting them to reinvest in you as this person that you're becoming, and accepting you all over again. So it's kind of like they have to make a new friend with me, I guess. Like, I'm a new friend. So the other thing is, this one's going to be hard for me to talk about too, because I have been getting some compliments the past few weeks. Sorry. The compliments themselves are incredibly nice, and I wouldn't want them to take them back or anything like that. But I get them from strangers, and I've gotten them from friends, and there are things like, you're earthy, you're easy to get along with, you're fun, you're you're easy to talk to, that's the word I'm looking for, personable, and kind, and all those things. And the thing is, I was those things when I was at my heaviest. And people didn't notice those things when I was at my heaviest, and all of a sudden they notice them now. And at first I didn't understand why my eyebrows were raising to my hairline, and I was getting frustrated and upset over these compliments. And I realized, because those things in my personality have not changed, and they were there at 557 pounds, and they're there now. It's just people see them more because my weight doesn't scare them. And that's what it comes down to, is that it was difficult for people to see me. It was difficult for family members to actually see me at my heaviest. It was difficult for them to relate to me. And the weight dehumanizes you to a certain extent. And I know that part of it is, I've struggled with this for a while, is that every time someone says something nice to me and they don't know me, or maybe they did know me before my weight loss, in the back of my mind, I'd be like, 6 months ago, you wouldn't have even talked to me. And now they're talking to me. And for example, and this is totally mind gaming, you know, but for example, I was having lunch in a restaurant yesterday and I was by myself and um sorry. And I was sitting there and of course I take my 5 bites and I'm done. And I'm sitting there and I hear an unusual word being spoken by a group of gentlemen sitting next to me. And it was an unusual word. I don't remember what the word was. I just remember it was unusual. And I look at him and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk so loud." I was like, "Oh, no, no, no. You weren't talking loud. I just I just love the word you used. The way that you used it was, you know, just fabulous." And he was like, "Oh, thank you." And he chit-chatted me for a little bit and he gets ready to walk away and he gets like 5 steps and he turns around and he looks at me and he like smirks at me. And ladies, you know what that smirk is. That smirk is like, you know, that smirk, right? And I was like, "Oh, no, no, it's okay. It's okay." You know, and he leaves, but he still does like a double take. And I was just like, "No, no, no, really, really, no, 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 no." And I got mad because I was just like, 6 months ago, this gentleman wouldn't even have paid attention to me, but now he pays attention to me. Um, so, sorry. And every time someone talks to me, there's that little like thing that's running through my head that's like, are they talking to me because I'm thinner now? And, you know, now they notice that I'm this nice person and I'm this awesome, great person, or, you know, would they notice that before? And it's just, it really messes with your mind. And it's something that has to let go. You cannot compare every time someone talks to you or says something nice to you or treats you differently. You cannot contribute it to your weight loss. And it could be, but you can't change it. And you can walk around being mad all the time and it's still not going to change anything. And that epiphany happened when I was shopping. And I always did this. It was just something that I was raised to do is if there's a few people standing behind you getting ready to walk into the store, you hold the door open for them. Or if they're coming out, you step to the side and you hold the door open for them. It is the polite, kind, and courteous thing to do. I've done that forever. And nobody even said thank you, or gentlemen never held the door for me, nothing. And I didn't even think about it. And then all of a sudden, I'm holding doors open and people are saying, "Oh, thank you," or they're holding the door, or the gentlemen are holding the door open for me and say, "No, you go first, ma'am." And I'm just like, what, this, what? And it bothered me that before the weight loss, I didn't deserve this treatment. And now all of a sudden, because I look a little bit more normal, because I'm still fat, but I look a little bit more normal, I get treated differently. And I'm sure as I lose more weight, it's going to become more blaringly obvious. So that's one thing that I like, you know, had a really difficult time with. And it's just, you have to let it go. You have to let it go. Otherwise, you're going to just be walking around being pissed off all the time. I think that's about it. Oh, one more thing. Yeah. So because of the weather, I haven't been able to do my outdoor exercises like riding my bike or walking or anything like that because the weather's been really crappy, right? So I went back to the gym and I started doing my water aerobics class. And Monday morning aerobics class is done by a gentleman. And I've been doing this class for like 3 years, so he's known me for a while. And at the end of the workout, before he cools you down, he does this like where you jog in the water, and then like towards the end of a rotation, he'll ask you a question, and if you get the question right, you get to slow down. If you don't, you have to do 20 more minutes, 20 more minutes, 20 seconds faster, And so he was asking a lot of questions, and they happened to be about video games. So guess who got the questions right? So it was me. And so, of course, people were talking, and they were just like, "Oh, what's that?" or "What's that?" And so I'm trying to work out, answer the questions, and explain my answers to the other people in the pool, which was fun because I was able to handle it, right? And but I get out of the pool and I go into the hot tub to chat with my little friends in the gym, and the instructor comes over to me and starts talking to me. And he asked me about consoles and what I know and games I like to play and all this stuff. So I told him. And then he asked for my gamer tag. So I told him. And then he was just like, "Oh, well, what do you say? How do you say?" He's like, "Oh, well, I'll let you kill me sometime." Meaning like he wanted to play video games. And I was like, "Oh, okay, that sounds like fun, right? And then he started talking about his niece, and I was like, oh, well, whatever. And somehow we got, he said he was an old man. I was like, oh, how old are you? And he's like, oh, I'm 41. I was like, oh, you're not that old. I said, you're not that much older than me. I'm 36. And he's like, oh, you're just a baby. I'll take that, right? Because I've been like called Lisa's mom so many times, it's not even funny. So I was like, yes. And but anyways, I had a nice conversation with him, and I like I don't know like how to respond, because like, does he just want to play video games? Am I just like the cool chick that he wants to hang out with, or is he like interested? Like, and am I interested? Should I be interested? Like, I never thought anything of it. So yeah. So anyways, I'm getting to my mark, and so I'm gonna say goodbye with that like lovely thought on everyone's mind, right? Um, so I hope the other side of surgery is as wonderful for you as it has been for me. And I wish everyone a happy, healthy, and safe journey on their weight loss. And remember, weight loss is about health and not about a weight or a size. So good luck, everyone, and bye until next week.